Namaste, welcome aboard Green Living Path. Awesome to see everybody. Today we're going to talk about the Akashic field, the Akashic Records, how to download them, how to use your natural intuition to help you collect information from the Akashic Records, and how to resonate with the Akashic Records. Now, the Akashic Records is a part of the 5 natural elements. You've got water, earth, fire, air, and ether. The 5th element is the Akash. And that's the most important one because it's holding us together, it's holding all the universe together, and all the other 4 elements, earth, fire, water, air, are merely subservient, interplaying with the Akash field. So this has been around, this concept of Akashic Records, for a very long time, guys, way beyond than just normal hundreds of years, but thousands and thousands of years back. So it's pretty crazy, and it's actually really interesting. I'm really excited by it, being able to connect with that field. Now, the Sanskrit word is known as Akash, okay, which is ether in the 5 elements. Now, there's been discussion about how to prove that Akash exists, and for many, many moons, people would say, "Oh, no, it doesn't exist. They're purport." But what's happened is Dr. Aaron Laszlo, the scientist, this physicist actually, worked out that the quantum field permeates all things, which is the Akash in its entirety. It's boundless. That's the definition of Akash. It's boundless. It doesn't have any boundaries, defined boundaries. Just like air comes into us, air comes out of us. Food comes into us, food comes out of us. So the Akash is boundless. It's the field that permeates all beings. The universe, the space and time are all full of Akash. So it's a really interesting concept, which yogically I'm connected to. Even Einstein postulated that. He was thinking about his theory of relativity, and it just came to him in a matter of seconds. So there's the ability to download information from the Akashic field records into yourself so that you can transmit it into your life, guys. Now, there's various ways of describing the Akashic records. There's quantum field. There's 0-point field, there's unified field, and actually Einstein, which I just talked about, was working on the unified field to his death. I've got a science background, and also a yogic background, which is an interesting combination. And I believe the ancients was their interpretation of how science is working today. So a lot of it's interrelated now. It's not horizontally opposed to each other. It's now unified. So this goes back thousands of years, the Akashic records. One of them was in the Vedas, the text, ancient Indian text. It talks about Narinda, Indian sage, very highly evolved, enlightened being that could directly perceive and download information, profound wisdom, to help people to live naturally and to elevate their life and to live in compassion and kindness. He could directly, his profound wisdom would come from him, was directly downloaded, he said, from the field, from the Akash. And he had this permanent connection at his level of vibration. So it's amazing that he could do that. There's also been other people in history, such as Nostradamus. He believed that he could download from the field. Edgar Cayce, as well. But Nostradamus predicted the 2 world wars. He predicted the 1666 Great London Fire. And so a lot of his predictions came to fruition, guys, which was amazing. So what we're doing energetically is we're embedding our field into the Akashic field, Akashic Records. So it's got the Akashic Records has got a download of all our imprints of our energy that are filed in the Akashic record, of all beings, of all things that are happening, and we have the ability to download that information. So how do you do that, guys? This is the question that everybody wants to know. It's like anything though, working on a muscle or doing a yoga pose or learning to run a marathon. It takes time, consistency, and your muscles get stronger, you get more flexible, you can run the marathon. You start off running 1 mile, or not even 1 mile. Some people have just run from lamppost to lamppost when they first started running marathons, because they couldn't even run to a lamppost, but they just kept going, and over time they expanded, and this is a metaphor for expanded your consciousness and elevated your vibration, because you need to elevate your vibration to resonate with the Akashic field, so you have resonance, harmony, oneness. And to do that, one of the key things is meditation, guys, meditating regularly. And the second thing with the Akashic Records is it's got Akashic, what would you say, Akashic record keepers that act as a way of easily transmitting it to you. Now, these Akashic record keepers, their number one primal directive is that we've got free will, so we have to transmit the question to them. They can't just give us the question. We have to transmit the question to them, and then they select the record and download it to us. So by increasing your vibration each day, meditating, and then asking very specific questions to help you on your path through life, elevating yourself, then the information gets downloaded to you. Now, this is another key too. Usually the first download that comes through to you is the correct one. The reason why is because what happens is the ego will slip in, and it likes to pontificate or make up its own answers. So normally the very first answer that comes through is correct. And so I believe the Akashic record is also helping us, our consciousness on the whole planet, evolve and grow and transcend, because scientists have put out papers on how at one side of the globe there, another side of the globe, they simultaneously have got a breakthrough, an invention that has been developed at the same time. And this hasn't just happened once or twice, this has happened hundreds of times, and they've even put out papers on how people in other parts of geographically, location-wise, have actually got the same invention, the same idea. So I believe that you need to be living naturally and tuning in each day and into your higher intuition to get into the Akashic records. And it's a way of resonating every day naturally. And the Akashic records, I believe, are teaching us to live with unconditional love, not judging anybody. Because what happens is we get caught up in judging others or judging ourselves, not loving ourselves, putting ourselves down, putting others down through judgment, and that's lowering our vibration, so then we can't get resonance with the field. So I believe that it's helping us evolve, and that's its underlying purpose, is to help us expand our consciousness, tune in to the Akashic field, and have the ability to download that and live in harmony with each other and live in harmony with the planet and all beings in the universe, guys. So I really hope this helped. Boop, subscribe. It's always good to live green, natural path. So lots of love, guys, and we'll catch you later. Bye.